French tennis player Adrian Mannarino needed a medical timeout during his United Cup match against Italy's Lorenzo Sonego last night to tend to a self-inflicted wound. During the second set, the 35-year-old repeatedly struck himself in the head with the butt of his racket, eventually drawing blood. After cruising to a 6-4 victory in the first set, Mannarino's performance levels began to dwindle and Sonego threatened to get himself back into the match by breaking serve. However, whilst leading 30-0, the Italian's momentum was halted by the on-court medical emergency. Having lost a second consecutive point, Mannarino let his frustrations get the better of him and hit himself in the head with the handle of his racket on several occasions. The repeated impact instantly drew blood, prompting a trainer to be called onto the court and therefore triggering a medical timeout for France. Mannarino's cut was then tended to by his team and play only resumed once the bleeding had stopped, rather than a bandage or plaster being used to ensure that the match could continue promptly. Following the medical timeout, Mannarino was able to bounce back to form in Sydney and went on to win the match in straight sets, 6-4, 6-4. And Caroline Garcia's victory over Jasmine Paolini saw France claim top spot in Group D. Despite the comfortable nature of his victory, Mannarino's self-inflicted injury did draw criticism, with Australian great Wally Masser among those to slam the veteran star. He told 9, "If an injury is self-inflicted, can you have a timeout? You can't injure yourself, can you?" Let's say you're in a tricky situation, you go, "Right, I'm going to bash myself with a racket and get a breather. Why has this taken so long? Get one of those little band-aids, the round ones." This does not constitute a medical timeout, in my opinion.